I got really excited about the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. So, like, look. Go. Oh, you can't see. Oof. Shit. I wore gold shoes, too. I wore them. What's shakin' bacons? Let's talk about Bohemian Rhapsody. I went and saw it and I thought I'd wear a bit of a jazzy shirt and it felt Freddie Mercury-ish. So that's what I did. I've never been one that's inclined to see band movies or movies about musicians. It's just not my gig, but Bohemian Rhapsody and Queen are just classics, and Queen is such an amazing, amazing band. They have an amazing repertoire. I really wanted to go see this, and Rami Malek, I loved him in Mr. Robot. He's a great actor, and I thought it would be interesting to see him portray Freddie Mercury, so I went and checked out Bohemian Rhapsody. With that said, it's not going to be a standard movie review from me, because I don't think you can evaluate this based on standard movie criteria, right? This is a biopic about someone's life, and I don't think I can assign that really a rating. I can make an evaluation on the acting, and I can make an evaluation on how they directed it overall, both of which were great, but I'm not going to rate this like a typical movie review that I would be doing. I didn't know a lot about the background of Queen or Freddie Mercury when I walked into this movie, so I found it very interesting to watch his growth from when he first joined the band up through the Live Aid concert that they did in support of the African famine. They did a great job of portraying the story of his personal growth and the kind of hurdles and self-realizations and acceptance of who he was that he had to work through in order to find himself and become true to himself. They do a great job of echoing this both visually and in terms of timeline, because you start out at the Live Aid concert in this film and it's just him and the sole focus is all Freddie Mercury, right? And then at the end, they shift back and you kind of get a visual reminder of his growth, because it's not just him. It is his family, not just his biological family, but it is the band. It is Mary Austin. It is Jim Hutton, it's his partners. All of them who become his family are then shown in the same scenes that you see where he's by himself in the beginning. And I think it's just a great visual transition and a great translation of his life. The movie is really long, I'm not going to lie. It doesn't feel as long as it is, but with that said, I do think it's much longer than it needed to be. However, I will say they really rushed through some scenes, pulled back to give you some slow vignettes in other places, fast forwarded again, vignette again, push forward, pulled back. But the whole movie is set to this great beat as you get to watch this band grow. You get to watch Freddie Mercury grow. My foot was tapping the whole time and I was kind of jigging in my seat because the music is fantastic. I mean, it's Queen. It's great. And particularly actually seeing this movie in a theater and you're getting the camera swoop over the crowds and you've got the theater surround sound with the music playing all around you, that alone is worth going to see this in the theater. And I kind of wish that I went to see it in IMAX. And honestly, I didn't even check before I started filming if they even had this in IMAX, but it would have been amazing to watch in IMAX just to get the feel of the scope of the crowds and the full depth of the music and of the characters. The actors were all fantastic. They look a lot like the original band members, which is really, really interesting, and it's cool to see. Rami Malek, of course, shines. He is the star of this film, although all of the other actors have this bit of pizzazz and polish that makes them stand out. For example, their lawyer is Jim Beach. Freddie Mercury renames him and dubs him Miami Beach, and the next time you see Jim Beach, he's got like this, you know, this cool boy swagger going on. You can't even see I popped my collar. It's popped! Anyway, one of the best things about this movie is that Queen's music was so unique and still is very unique in many ways as more and more records are moving towards standard formulas, which you even get a glimpse of with Mike Myers. Didn't recognize him at all. He's in this film. That was kind of strange. He's the producer that ends up rejecting them for Bohemian Rhapsody. Anyway, you have this move toward formulas these days. This movie does a great job of showcasing how unique Queen was and still is, and how their music draws you in, and the movie captured that feeling, and that was very, very fun to experience. I think one of my favorite parts was the end of the film. They don't do any cuts, and I won't spoil the end of the film. It is in relation to the Live Aid concert, although I don't know that I could actually spoil this for you anyway, because this is, again, about a very famous figure's life. There are some great shots of the real Queen band themselves performing in the credits, so if you go to see this movie, make sure you stick around a few minutes to watch that, because it's cool to watch and see the comparison between what the film shows you and the real band. So overall, again, I'm not going to give this a rating because this is a different type of movie. However, I will say I really enjoyed it. It was a great way to experience the story of this band and of Freddie Mercury, and it was a really fun experience to experience it in the theater with the benefit of the full range of surround sound and the full picture. I would give this 2 thumbs up. I do not feel like I wasted my time. I enjoyed it, and now I'm probably going to go binge listen to Queen on repeat. I hope that you guys are having a great weekend and you are enjoying your fall, and I will catch you later.